Good morning. We are in Yellowstone National Park. And we're actually going to be here for 7 nights, which is a very long stretch for us. Here we are setting off on the Hellroaring Creek Trail, might be the Yellowstone River Trail here, but we are heading down to Hellroaring Creek. We're going to be backpacking at site 2H6, setting up camp actually in 2.5 miles, and then using that as a base camp to go out and back on 3 different trails: Hellroaring Creek Trail, Coyote Creek Trail, and Buffalo Plateau Trail, with days ranging from 12 to 19 miles. We're going to be pretty tuckered out by the time we get back to the trailhead. We have made it to camp, and we have already applied bug spray once. I have a feeling our can's going to be empty by the time we're climbing back up. It's a really pretty site. It took us a while to find a pad or a place to put our tent because there's no established tent pads here. But we ended up in those trees. There's a small footpath right here, and we followed them all the way down into those trees, and we found some good solid dirt. Buggier in the trees, so that's kind of a bummer, but we'll be doing most of our hanging out because we'll be eating when we're doing that here where the food pole is. And we do have our camp chairs with us, which may not have been necessary.
We'll find out.
But this is the like cooking and eating area, and it is not as treed in, so it's a little bit less buggy, actually a lot less buggy. So tonight at dusk, it's probably still going to be super annoying, but it should be cold enough that we're comfortable in our jackets and pants, and we have bug nets. So we're going to head on out and pick up another 13 or so miles, 12 or so miles. It's going to be a good time. What you doing?
Here comes the comedy.
Oh, well, that was a great throw.
Rope fell off. I was all excited for a second.
I know. All right, so we gave up on just the rock. Now we put a rock in a bag. And we're gonna see how that works.
It's been a while since we've done this, and we forgot the annoyances.
Yeah, it's tedious. So 3rd time might be the charm. Your throws have been impeccable.
Ready?
Yep. Look at that.
I remember this the last time. It twisted.
When I did it?
Yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah. I just remember I about got our food stuck up on a pole.
Cool.
The trail has not been this smooth the whole way, but it has been visible the entire hike. Yeah, such a good trail for this park. So that's a good that's just promising to feel like not everything is going to be an absolute battle. We should be closing in on the park boundary. We have hiked from Wyoming into Montana, and then we'll turn around and hike back. This is going to be a trip of spur bagging where we're doing over and over and over again out to the park boundary on 3 different trails. A little annoying, but whatever. We'll see if there's a sign at the end or if we just have to guess. There's a sign? Some pretty wildflowers through here. Cool.
But it says it, entering Yellowstone.
Good morning. It is day 2 of our backpack. We woke up a little later than usual without as much of a rush. It's been pretty cold here, so it was nice to just stay cozy. And we knew we had all day to do our hiking. So there wasn't a reward if we finish early. So we're starting out around 7 o'clock. It's technically cold, but it's just not bad. I don't know. You feel that way?
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great.
It's not great. I feel like we're going to be so hot in like 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
So we're heading out on the Hellroaring Spur Trail or Cutoff Trail or something to get over to our intersection where we will pick up the Buffalo Plateau Trail. And that's the plan for today, out to the border and back. Whew. Did I mention we're climbing 3,500 feet today? We made it across almost 4 miles of sagebrush hillside. It looks so shallow and easy from a distance, but those hills are steep. And now we have made it into forest, which is awesome because the sun is out and the shade feels really good. Tons of wildflowers. The trail was a little difficult to follow. We got sidetracked by one thing that looked, just like perfectly groomed trail, but must have just been a bison trail. But eventually we realized there were posts with orange blazes on them that were still standing. And we were able to follow those all the way up through the plains. And now that we're in the forest, we've updated to orange blazes on trees. So who knows, we still have a lot of hiking left before we get to the end of the trail. So who knows what will happen. So that is where we were just filtering water. Well, hey, that worked. Well, we're still going uphill. Might be close to done. And the trail has kind of gone to crap in terms of trail. Although we've had pretty good cairns and posts ahead. You can see this one that Kelly's walking to up ahead of me. As long as they're standing and we can see them, then we can tell where to go. And it's totally fine. It is pretty gorgeous up here.
This is what the edge of Yellowstone looks like. And those are the Beartooth Mountains.
Look at you can see the really jagged.
You can see the tooth, yeah. They are pretty. It is truly beautiful out here.
It's 5 hours to get up here.
Wow. Whew. And dizzy now.
We are on mile 16 of our hiking for today, getting close to being back to camp. We should get there by 18 or 18 and a half. I don't know, it's hard to get ahead of ourselves. Maybe 17 and a half, that would be awesome. Anyway, we are back out in the open that we hiked up this morning in the early sunlight, and now we are hiking down it in the bright sunlight of day. You can get a sense of how faint the trail is through here. Like, you can see it, but you can't really see it, you know? I've been talking about these posts all day long, and it's worth pointing out that in Yellowstone, they don't always stay standing, and that's why we're so excited to see them, or most of them, being standing today. And that's because bison get itchy and they scratch themselves on trees and hiking posts. So when they scratch themselves on the posts, they often dismantle the cairns that are holding them up and keeping them upright. So it's been cool to see that they actually were standing in most places on this trail. We did rebuild one, and we attempted to rebuild a second, but the hole for it was not deep enough, so we were unsuccessful. Well, we made it 18 miles, 3,800 feet of elevation, gain and loss, to Montana and back. Twice. For the second day in a row. It's the biggest day of our backpack, and we are really enjoying having a site by a creek right now, soaking our feet.
Enjoying life.
Trying to cool off
Having fun.
before it gets cold tonight.
It's gonna get really cold tonight.
Good morning, day 3, last day out in the backcountry. We are heading out from camp just before 6:30 today and doing a 8 to 10 mile round trip hike out to the park boundary on the Hellroaring Creek Trail. Then we'll head back to camp, eat some food, pack up our tent, and climb out about 2.5 steep miles up to where our car is parked. Should be a good time. Yeah, we don't have to go to that campsite. It just says the campsite there. Well, we have packed up camp and now we are on our way back to the trailhead. We're looking at 45 miles or so in 3 days, maybe 43, and 7,000 feet of elevation gain. So, I don't know. I don't know what that means, but that's what it is. It has gotten sunny and hot out here, so we're expecting this last climb to really drench us in sweat. We have cold drinks in the car. We're looking forward to taking the rest of the day off and being tourists in Yellowstone. I found a bear.